Good morning, Clutter Boss World. How is everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're enjoying your week and it's off to a great start so far. I am Gina Ledwith, a co-CEO of Clutter Boss with Jess Marcy, and I am your host today for Ask a Clutter Boss, the internet's best decluttering advice show. So say hello if you're here. Let me know you're watching. If you're watching the replay, welcome. I am excited to be here today. I don't usually get to see all of you, so welcome, say hello. What I want to talk about today is something that I feel like we see a lot of. I don't want to say false advertising, but false hope maybe, because hope is a really strong word around here. We love when we hear people talk that they have hope after going through our boot camp or whatever it might be. And hello, Madonna and Mary. Welcome. And we do not say anything like, oh, you'll be able to get this done in a week or a month or a weekend even. Declutter your home or organize your entire home in one weekend. Hello, Mitzi and Cheryl. That is not happening. I'm just going to tell you now. And that's not to say you're not capable. It's to say that it's not realistic. Organizing and decluttering are two completely different things. One absolutely must come before the other. Hello, Yelena. If you've been around here long enough to hear this, you know that you cannot organize clutter. You must declutter first. What I mean, bad news or not, I think it's just, common sense, realism, whatever you want to call it. You cannot declutter your entire home in a weekend. And there are a lot of reasons for that, right? So if you are trying to organize your home and taking the route of bins and pretty baskets and the labels and all the things, you're not really organizing because you are basically containing your clutter in things that are more clutter, right? So the containers and the baskets and all the things. So the process that we talk about at Clutter Boss is one in which you are decluttering first. And there's a very systematic way to do that, one that takes time. It takes a lot of time. And that's okay, because in the process, you are also creating habits and implementing systems that will keep it that way. And that is the important part, right? So we, of course, want you all to live in these amazing, peaceful, lovely homes, places you love to go home to. But we're never going to tell you that we can get you there overnight, or that we can get you there in a weekend or even a month, right? It takes time. If you trust the process, commit to the process, and take the steps that are appropriate, or that we feel what we teach are the right steps to take to make a lasting change, I guarantee you that you will get to where you want to go. I guarantee you will have a decluttered home that is then organized afterwards. So don't spend time organizing clutter. Declutter first, so that organization it just basically happens. Once you're decluttered and you learn some systems, you're organized. It just flows after that. That's the easy part. The decluttering is the hard part. And so I think a lot of us, when we seek help or support in this area, seek for the easy fix. And what we're getting when we go to search for that is, here are some bins, label them, put everything in, that falls under that category in the bin, and just stack them somewhere or whatever. Store them wherever you're deciding, attic, I don't know, basement. But we don't even know what's in there. We're kind of just putting things together with a label on them, and it's not organized in any way other than a bin with a label that may not really even apply. So decluttering absolutely has to come first, and this will take time. It is a commitment, one that you're worth 110%. We all deserve to live in a home we love, and it's going to take time. The more that you can accept the time that this process will take, the better you'll be at the process and the more open you'll be to learning from maybe mistakes or roadblocks on on the path that are there to teach us something, right? We're not a failure unless we completely stop. There's no failure in making a mistake, in trying and learning and implementing different things. None whatsoever. Like, this is a process that we can learn from every single day. And really, really, the truly most important thing is that you say, I'm committed. I'm sticking with the process. I trust the process. Now I need the support to make it happen. And that's where we come in. So I hope that if you've been here a while, you've learned some strategies that really have helped to propel you forward in this process of decluttering. Let's see. Anne is saying, yes, no longer in a hurry to get stuff done, learning every day. Thank you, Anne. That is exactly it. When we become curious and we become open and flexible, there's so much more we can do. And I actually think, I almost know that you are more productive and you will learn so much easier, because when the learning comes from our mistakes usually, and instead of saying, oh my gosh, I made this mistake and bad me or poor me, or oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Like all the negative self-talk that we can put upon ourselves, to think, okay, wait a second, that didn't work. So let me think why it didn't work. What could I have done differently? And then you take that forward with you. Madonna's saying, it took 31 years to gather the clutter and 22 months of consistent action to purge 85% of it to ultimate freedom. Oh my gosh, I love that. Ultimate freedom. How does that sound? That is the goal. Ultimate freedom. My gosh. Madonna, that is amazing. Good for you. Good for you. I love watching you progress through this and seeing your posts in our group. It's really great. So thank you for sharing that. I mean, consistent action is actually the key. And then knowing, which is what I started with here, that it won't happen in a weekend. It won't happen in a week. I don't know how long it'll take. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're taking that consistent action. That is it. Because with consistent action, the end goal is guaranteed. We just don't know when that will happen. I can tell you, though, it won't be a weekend or a week or probably even a month. Obviously, this depends on how much clutter you have and how many systems you need to implement. But oh my gosh, definitely, definitely possible to do, no matter what, no matter where you're starting. The patience that it requires, because the overwhelm is real, right? That is probably the number one emotion that keeps us stuck, is overwhelm. And when I say keeps us stuck, that means like we have no idea what the next step is. We can't even think past this moment because there's no like thought process. It's all just like total overwhelm. And it really can keep us from taking that even one action. Like, because if you're in that place and you're like, oh, consistent action, like I can't even think about that, you don't have to go that far either. What action can you take today? Good morning, Vicky. Denise, hello. So, I've said this, and if you've been around and listened to me before, you've probably heard me say at one point or another, keep breaking it down, keep stepping back to see what is that absolute next step. Because I'm saying, oh yeah, let's declutter and organize. And most people would say, well, how do I do that? And I'm saying, oh, consistent action. Well, what does that look like? I don't even know what the first step is. So then backing up to that very, 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 very first step, because that's all that matters in this moment. And with that first step, if you commit to whatever that is consistently, so let's just say you say, oh, I'm going to declutter 10 items today. If you can be consistent with that, and it could be every day, it could be every other day, it could be a bigger number every week, whatever that looks like. And again, it doesn't even have to be a number of decluttering. It could be amount of time or whatever the case may be. Consistency means regularity, like not necessarily every day, but on a given time schedule. So it could be daily, it could be every other day, it could be weekly, it could be 3 times a week, whatever that looks like for you. That's consistent. So you make a plan and you stick with that plan over time. That's consistency. Not the same exact thing every single day, because that to me is not realistic either, because life is life. And there is going to come the day where that exact plan doesn't work. And then the last thing you want is for that exact rigidness that you've put in place for yourself to stop you from taking action, because now you can't commit to that exact plan, but you could have committed to it over a longer period of time, or just spread out more, or whatever the case may be. Madonna saying she loves Clutter Boss, and you all are doing what you all are doing to change lives. Even better, that some of us feel we have been given life after declutter. God, thank you. That means so much. Thank you, Madonna. Oh, there goes Mary talking to Madonna. Each of you guys talking to each other. I love it. Amazing. So yeah, so let's be being real. Just continue to focus on the fact that this will take time, and then just accept that and focus on what you're doing today. Today, maybe you plan for a week, maybe you plan for a month at a time, whatever that looks like. I find that most of the people we work with inside of Clutter Boss work in smaller chunks. They may have an end goal for the end of the month, or where they'd like to be at the end of the month, but then we're breaking it down. But truly accepting that this is a process that's going to take time is probably one of the best things you can do, not just starting out on this journey, but in through the entirety of it, because it will never go as fast as we want it to go. And that's okay. That is okay. Madonna's saying changed perspective on success. One unused item out each day meant success for me on challenging days. You got it. That's success right there. That's a successful mindset that will carry you through this. You do what you can in every given day. No 2 days need to look exactly the same. And if there's a day where even one unused item out is too much, then it's too much. All you have to do is commit to the next day or the next moment that feels doable, picking back up, and not having that be a really lengthy lapse in between, if that makes sense. Lots of 31 years in the same home. Lots of interesting number. So any questions on that, feel free to pop them in the chat. It's been lovely being here with you all today. You're welcome, Madonna. I love all your comments and your progress and just the way you've gone about this. It sounds just simply incredible. And sharing that with others is beyond inspiring. So thank you for that. So to wrap up, just remember, accept that it's going to take time. It doesn't matter how long. You're worth the effort and time. And I promise you the gift and the reward at the end will be more than worth it, to that ultimate freedom that Madonna was talking about. That's the goal. And it is possible for each and every one of you. And you don't have to wait long times for that ultimate freedom, because it comes after each accomplishment, step by step by step. Good morning, Linda. Thanks, Anne. Everyone, you're welcome. Please remember, you are worth it. Take those consistent, actionable steps. Do it for you. Be curious about how you can learn from what you're doing. Accept that it will take time. Those expectations of time limits are so detrimental to our success because they are unrealistic. And we couldn't even possibly know how long any of this is going to take for each and every one of us. So try to take that out of the equation. Do the steps. Don't believe the hype when you hear, oh, declutter your home in a weekend, declutter your home in a week, completely organized, clean, calm home in 2 days. It's not true. It is not true. And we would never, ever instill that hope. The hope we want to instill, and for each and every one of you, is that this is possible for you. It is 110% possible for you and doable. You deserve it. And I hope that you will take that next step today or whatever, whenever your next time is. If you've already got a schedule in place, do it for you. Enjoy it. And thank you all for watching. Thanks, Sam. I will unlikely see you, not likely, is that unlikely? Yeah, unlikely. um, to see you again anytime soon, but maybe. And hopefully you'll see Jess again next week. Have an amazing week, everyone. Let us know if we can be of service at all. We'd be happy to help. And thank you for watching. Bye for now.